We've been reporting to you all week about a really horrible case. Terry Smith, known to his friends as Juju, an 11-year-old. The family claims that he had autism. And I understand that there is a dispute even amongst the family about whether this diagnosis was accurate. Those of us who have children with autism understand that there are sometimes people within the family who disagree, and, it's a very volatile situation. And it was reported on the news that the family and the school district were also not in agreement about the child's diagnosis. Now, Terry went missing on Saturday night, and there were so many volunteers who went out to try to help the family to find him. And of course, we know, as we reported yesterday, that there was a break in the case. A lot is being reported about that. We have no confirmations about how they actually were able to find, but they found a body on the property, and it appears that it probably is the body of 11-year-old Terry Smith. Now, this is devastating, and a 16-year-old who has ties to the family, may have been the half-brother, has been arrested for murder. This is devastating. This is devastating to the community. This is devastating to the family. We don't have all of the information, but in the midst of all of this, as news crews were out there and talking to different people, and they talked to the woman who was his teacher last year, who made wonderful comments about how her heart bled for the family and how hopeful they had been that they would find the body. But there was another person that they spoke to who identified herself as Jenny Smith and claimed that she had been one of his fourth grade teachers. Now, I don't have confirmation for you that Jenny Smith actually taught Terry Smith, but that was what she claimed. I do have confirmation, however, that Jenny Smith is employed by the Menifee School District. I spoke this morning to Ellen Kane, who is the principal of the South Shore Elementary School, and she did confirm that last year Jenny Smith did work at that school, South Shore Elementary School, as a third grade teacher. She declined any comment on Jenny Smith's comment and declined to comment on anything else, but she did confirm that she taught there last year in the third grade. And what we know, what Jenny Smith said, because there is video of it, and she said this to KABC. You can go to their website and you can see it for yourself. She said, quote, and I quote, "I know it's going to be a bit of a shock to people to hear this, but no, he was not autistic." And as I reported yesterday, I have no idea what led her to believe that she had the qualification to talk about diagnosis of someone who she's reporting to be her student, what qualified her to diagnose or qualified her to speak about diagnosis. But both my husband and I, when we saw it on the news, were shocked, appalled, and dismayed. And as I reported to you guys yesterday, you were also dismayed. I said, it's such an egregious, at any moment for a teacher to be talking about diagnosis and what you think a diagnosis is or is not to anyone is not appropriate, but to do it in that forum at that time while the child is missing, I am speechless at how inappropriate and unprofessional and over the line it was. And I said, and I've heard other people say this teacher should be dismissed. This is not a teacher. If you have that little understanding of what your role as a teacher is and what is appropriate and what is legal, and what is an appropriate moment and forum in which to speak this, I don't think you should be in a classroom in front of children. That is my opinion, although many of you shared that opinion and you wrote in and said, who do we talk to? What needs to be done? Because we're appalled. As a community, I think we're appalled that they felt that that was an appropriate forum. Unbelievable. In any case, I would tell you that the information that I have for you is that Steve Kennedy is listed on the website as the superintendent of schools for Menifee Schools. His email address, which Emily is going to put up for you on the screen, is skennedy@menifeeusd.org. I have written to him and asked for a comment. I've not had a response back, and I have also suggested that this teacher should not be teaching. This teacher should be fired. This is egregious. And if you share my opinion, then I invite you to also let Steve Kennedy know at skennedy@menifeeusd.org. And let me just say, for the record, that there are many fabulous teachers that are out there who are sensitive to our issues as a community, who are awesome teachers, and who understand how to purport themselves professionally. This woman clearly is not one of those people. And as a former teacher, I have no trouble saying that I do not think that she should be teaching young children. So there we have it. And I hope that if you feel like I do, that you will take the opportunity to take some action on that.